ഞാൻ തുടങ്ങാൻ പോകും. 24 വരെ ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ആൾക്കാരായി.
Hello. Hello. Good evening, all. Am I audible? Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Hello. Good evening, all. Myself Jishnu P, founder and director of Eco Foundation, and I'm very happy to inform you that all our programs was huge successful, and a number of students, research scholars, faculties all over the nations is gaining knowledge from our talk show. And today's talk will be on environmental economics. And today's talk will be delivered by Miss Amritanjali Singh, Principal, Sri Baramdevi Arts and Commerce College, Chhattisgarh. Now I invite Madam to deliver the talk on the topic environmental economics. Ma'am, now you can handle the session.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible. Hello, ma'am. Hello. Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you're audible now. Can you share your screen, ma'am? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you start, ma'am? Can you start now?
Yes, I'm starting.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Carry on, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are sitting here to listen about environmental economics. Let me describe to the topic that fast growing and evolving environmental problems in the this session. I intended to explain the environmental economic and it is in 4.5 decades ago old. It has played major role in environmental policies. Hello. Now, environmental economics, we are familiar with this point that we are facing so much problem in our this holistic era. Um, Now, these are newly emerged economic topics that are economic of natural resources, natural resources conservation strategies, environmental and development economics, sustainability, and biodiversity. These are related with the environmental economics, right? We have so many done research, and many books written in this subject, and so many research journals are also printed on this topic. It is approach of holistic for its uh, conservative and the variety of the problems. Hello, the basic principle of economics in the microeconomics, trade offs, incentives, rationality, externality, public goods, and market. These are related by the microeconomics, and basic principles of economics are macroeconomics and development. These are related to the government institutions, population growth, food security, urbanization, health, poverty, and resilience. These has been embroad presidently embolished of the economic problems. They are coming interdisciplinary in the nature. Now, I want to tell you about environmental economics. According to the engines, hello, the the part of economics which deal with the interrelationship between the environment and economic development and studies the way and mean by which the former is not impaired nor is the latter impeded. Services of the economic environmentals are material resources which provide the input for man's productive activities. These resources can be classified into renewable resources such as forest, water, etc., and non-renewable fossils, fuels, etc. In the content, the waste and clean up by the environment. The environment provides life support services such as maintenance of genetics, diversity, and stabilization of the ecosystem. The environment provides us the various environmental services like providing space for recreation and sceneries and wildlife for aesthetic environment. Environmental segments are the layers of Earth, lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. These all are the terms that directly connect to environmental economics. The scope of environmental economics are the economic growth and environmental balance, population control and environment, conservation of resources, economic growth and environmental balance. What is environmental balance? We also study in the science about ecosystem, eco balance. That is done by the nature time to time to balance the ecosystem of on the earth. Okay. Conservation of resources and population pollution control and environment pollution control. You all know that there is so many type of pollution on the earth.
Hi, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible to you? Ma'am, can you share your slides in Google Meet?
Use presentation now and present your slides on desktop.
Madam? Hello. Can you
Madam,
do
please
that, ma'am?
unmute your mic.
Okay. Home. Home. इसमें slide presentation का just wait, I'm sharing. Slide इसमें है, वो कैसे present करेंगे? Hello. Hello.
Okay, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. We can see your screen now. Okay, thank you. And to the participants, sorry for the inconvenience.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. You're audible. You're audible, and your screen is also visible here.
Okay. So
Okay,
you can
ma'am.
see.
Can you do the slide presentation?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay, then
Can you
carry on,
see
ma'am.
or not?
Yeah, you can start now. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, ये- इसको प्ले करेंगे, कुछ करेंगे. हाँ.
Ma'am, please turn on your mic.
Just doing some. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Okay. Actually, I'm unable to link this slide. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Can you try
Okay,
one
ma'am.
more time?
If you can't share the slides, then you may continue with the.
Okay.
You will share all the slides as a document. Okay, ma'am. If you are unable to share your slides on presentation, it is okay. Whether all participants are allowed, it is okay
Yes,
for
yes.
me.
I'm trying just.
Sure. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm unable.
Hello, ma'am. If you are unable to present the screen, just continue. Continue as oral, ma'am.
Hello. Actually,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm unable to
Yeah.
connect slide.
It's okay. It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. No issue. You can continue as oral
Okay.
presentation. Okay, ma'am.
So,
Okay.
just the economics growth and environmental balance, pollution control and environment, and conservation of resources. Atmospheric pollution. What is atmospheric pollution? Pollution due to industrial development. There are so many industries in our India and whole world, and so many waste material comes out from the industries. At one cause is also acid rain. You all know about acid rain when sulfuric and nitrogen bulbs and meet with oxygen become sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. When it meet with droplets of water become sulfuric and nitric acid and create acid rain. It damages plants by destroy their leaves, poison and soil, and damage the chemistry of the lake and streams. Then the next cause is greenhouse effect or global warming. What is global warming? The atmospheric gases like CO2, N2O, methane, and much lesser extent of ozone, and to much lesser extent of ozone, absorb a large percentage of infrared radiations that is emitted by Earth surface. A portion of the infrared radiations observed by the atmosphere in the re-radiate back toward the Earth's surface to make it difficult for heat to escape into space, so that temperature of lower atmosphere become hospitable for living being, but an increase in the CO2 content of the atmosphere by air pollution activities may result more outgoing in the air and warming Earth's atmosphere. This warming effect is known as greenhouse. Greenhouse effect is very harmful for plants. Ozone, then the depletion of ozone layer. This layer is in the stratosphere protect the earth from harmful ultraviolet radiations from sun, release the CFC gases from aerosol cans, cooling systems like refrigerator, like AC equipments remove some of the ozone causing holes to open up in this layer and allowing the radiations to reach the earth. It causes skin cancers and has damaging effect of plants and wildlife. Wildlife, you all know about biodiversity. Biodiversity, are living, animals living. Now, ले आओ मोबाइल लो तो उसमें ऐड कर देंगे. Yes. Now, sustainable development. The aim of environmental economics is promote sustainable development. It is defined as sustainable development in development that meets the need of present generation without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. This is according to World Commission 1983. The question is what we are going to leave for our future generation. We are living in this current era and we are doing all work for our future generation. But what we are leaving for our future generation, there is so much pollution in whole world, and after some time we will see that there will be no petrol for vehicles. The barren land we will see, factories with no power to run, there will be no power supply, and the mountain of concrete and jungle of the sky touching buildings, because the whole people are uh, making buildings, making sky touching buildings in all the cities, right? And it can be recognized as development. It can be recognized as development, but it is not pure development. It is this development that can be sustained for a long time. We cannot be sustained for a long time with this type of progress of work. What is main tool? The tool of promoting sustainable development. First one is assign environmental cost to resource under use. Second is the use price as a tool to avoid waste of resources. Third one is allocation of environmental resources based on true cost and real benefits. Fourth is resources conservation through environmental management. Resources conservation through environment management. Materials substitutions like copper seeds. can be substituted by aluminium, etc. Product like extension, etc. Use and throw consumption pattern of many goods should be postponed. Recycled industrial wastes and byproduct can be profitably recycled. Pollution taxes and waste reduction through technologies efficiency. Then sustainability of industrialization. Sustainable industrialization industrialization is required integrating environmental consideration at every stage of decision making in supply chain to the product. The product goes through the five stages of the sequences are first one material extraction, then it change into primary processing, then design and manufacture, then distribution, then its use, and then disposal. What is disposal? We use everything. It is made of paper or made of plastic, and we just put down it in the dustbin. That is waste for us, and it is also waste material for future. Every transformation generation we have to use eco-friendly things, like we can use recycle it and use it for future for the future requirement. Every transformation generates environmental impact which should be considered by the management and decision makers. Now, what is a guideline for the sustainable industries policy processes? Use of low and non-waste technologies. Like we are using polythene that may be recycled, that must be recycled, that we can use again. A transformation of as much materials as possible into marketable products, increasing the life of product, producing more durable products, upgrade used products by making components available, and recovering components and recycle materials when products cease to be useful, using toxic chemicals only as the last resort. I mean, we have no option, then we can only use that things. What are the challenges in companies? What companies are facing in this way as per aspects of economic environment? To make product that are eco-friendly with the minimum impact on people and the earth also. So many wastes are we are throwing in the ocean, and ocean are full of these waste materials that we can see. So many tortoise are going killed. We can see their bodies in the sea, and so many ocean animals, they are also going die. So we have to see that what we are using, what is harmful for the living things on the earth, to introduce processes that minimize the use of raw materials and energy, reduce waste and prevent pollution, to adopt practices that build concern for the earth into the whole operators of business, industry, and commerce by consciously avoiding damages, monitoring impacts, and having consultation with the local communication communities and public at large. Then maybe good for us. We can use each and everything as we are required. For the all prospects of economic environment, the last conclusion on my topic is that I would like to conclude in this lecture with the famous saying of Alfred Kahns: environmental values are economic values. It is in principle just as important. in the interest of economic efficiency and therefore economic welfare to conserve all limited uh, natural resources, to make wise and sparing use of our limited clean air, water, and living space, as it is the economize in the use of labor and capital. After the last conclusion that I can say in my words, under this field, environmental economics study the economics of natural resources from both sides, their extraction and use, and the waste product resource return to the environment. They also study how economic incentives hurt and help the environment and how they can be used to create sustainable policies and environmental solutions. Anyone want to ask me some question? Hello.
Hello, madam. Madam, I am Arjit Banik. Ma'am, actually, my question is in your presentation, you have already told us about sustainable use of the nature. Madam, we all know that plastic is harmful for our environment.
Yes.
So, if we use natural items instead of plastic items, so how can it be possible for sustainable use of the nature? Because population rate is so much higher. So, due to over demand, we cannot use some natural products because it is over demand. So, ma'am, how can we manage?
We can only manage, it is depend upon people to people. If we have to take one oath that we will not use such things like plastic, like what we can say, plastic and polythenes, all these things, we will be safe. When we are going to buy vegetables from the market, we have to take one cotton bag or jute bag with us, and it will be not useful for us. And we can control all. We all can do these things. So,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you
like,
so much, ma'am.
like we are using a cup of fiber, and if
Yes,
we
ma'am.
are using a fiber cup at the place of fiber club, we can use what an mud cup and paper cup also. It will be good for us. It is depend upon the awareness of people to people.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, yes, anyone. Hello.
I think there are no queries overall. Thank you. Thank you for the session, ma'am. Where are the organizers? Hello. Organizers are not there. Well, okay.